After going back and rewatching Spider-Man Brand New Day, I came to the determination that I should do a ranking for all of the Spider-Man movies that I have seen. Well, I've seen all of them, but just ranking the Spider-Man movies from best or from worst to best, from worst to best, from worst to best. We're gonna be ranking the Spider-Man movies from worst to best. In last place, I got Spider-Man Far From Home. Mid movie, I didn't really like the fact that it was felt like a summer vacation, like interlude spinoff of Spider-Man. I think they just missed the ball with that. Bad villain. What's his name? Mistrio. It wasn't good. Jake Gyllenhaal did a decent performance, but I didn't like anything about it. The whole UK London Tower thing. If Look, I got a theory. If Tom Holland wasn't fucking British, this would have never happened. But it is what it is. Next, I got the Amazing Spider-Man 2. We all knew that Andrew Garfield movies are gonna be somewhere near the bottom. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's just the script he was given. One of the worst Spider-Man concepts that we've ever had. It has great highs, like the Electro character, the Electro fight, the idea of the Electro thing, the Spider-Man revealing, the Jean Grey or Gwen Stacy death, all great highs, but some of the lowest lows of Spider-Man history. And then throwing in Harry Osborn at the very end, just bad pacing, not a great decision. Decent movie though. And then we have Spider-Man 3. Now, if you would have asked me as a kid where I would have had Spider-Man 3, I would have had Spider-Man 3 damn near number one. But I was just locked into the fact that we got the Venom suit. And Toby did a good job of playing evil Spider-Man. Now, some of the cons with this is we didn't get the Venom suit long. They spent half the movie with the Venom suit somewhere else, and then another half of the movie, well, another third of the movie with the Venom suit being on actual Venom or the other guy. And I don't know, we just didn't get enough. Hopefully, in the future, when we get the Venom suit, can we have the Venom suit be on Spider Man for damn near the entire movie? If not, movie in another movie. But I really want to see what an evil Spider Man is looking like more than just like 15 minutes of a movie. That was very, very depressing. Then the scramble of the four different villains he was fighting all at once kind of was annoying. Overall, oh, and then the hair that they gave to Maguire when he was evil Spider-Man with the bowl cut, sloppy, wet, juicy '90s S curl. Ooh, we with the under eye mascara, he looked like a bad bitch. That shit was trash. I thought I would have had this one higher. I thought I would have had this one higher. The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield won. Tasm won. I thought it would have been higher. It was a decent movie. The bad villain was kind of a letdown. Um, the skateboarding scenes and shit was all kind of a letdown. But honestly, when I really looked back, it's just all these other Spider-Man movies are just so much better. It's not even that this movie's bad. It's really getting to the fact. Now that we're getting into the fact that other movies are just better. Like no more bad movies. Other movies are just better. Now I have Spider-Man: Homecoming. Now Homecoming gets a lot of mixed reviews. Some people say it's like top three. Some people say it's like bottom three. I think I have it at a good location. If anything, it could be slightly higher. Maybe like one or two spots higher, but I think it's in a good location. I like the Vulture as the villain. It was a strong villain. I did kind of like the Robert Downey Jr. introduction and slightly kind of like easing in Spider-Man being his own hero. Um, I do think they spent a little bit too much time with Robert Downey. Like that could have been just consolidated a little bit more. But for the most part, it's a pretty good introduction to a Spider-Man movie. I don't think it's the best one, but I think it's a pretty damn good one. Speaking of introduction, we have Spider-Man 1. Now, this and Homecoming to me is really interchangeable, if I'm being completely honest. I just like the fact that this is a little bit more standalone, where Homecoming was a little bit more of needing help from a cast. I do think the villain in Homecoming, the Vulture, was a little bit cooler, and the CGI in Homecoming was a little bit cooler, but I do like the fact that you just look back, it's like a good nostalgia movie. Like it's just good times. It just reminds you of the origin of Spider-Man. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. His powers and him getting bit and Toby's acting, all of it worked well. Really, the biggest downfall was just like MJ. Now this is where we get into the heavy hitters, and boy, oh boy, the heavy hitters. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Spider-Man: No Way Home is an amazing movie. I love the fact that they put in multiple Spider-Mans, great villains. I think it gets way too much hate. It's a good one-off movie. Like, it's not really one that you want to. I don't know. It gets tricky because I know a lot of people don't like watching Spider-Man No Way Home if it's not in the series of the Spider-Man, and then I know a lot of people that love watching it as just a one-off movie. Like, I just need to watch one Spider-Man movie. I'm gonna throw this on. Um, if you have prior knowledge, I think that it's a good movie that you can just throw on one time and you're gonna enjoy it versus watching it in the series. Though I don't ever really have the urge to go back and rewatch it. I actually would say of all the movies, me personally, that I want to go back and rewatch is actually pretty low on the list. It's just a lot to take in. Pause. Just a handful. Pause to take in. Pause because there's so much going on with the different Spider-Mans and the universes, and I'm just not a big multi-universe, time-dimensional travel guy. But as far as just fight scenes, villains, CGI, all of that was amazing. The stakes are fantastic. Zendaya is one of the better Spider-Man movies Zendaya has ever acted in, including Brand New Day. I think she did great, and No Way Home. And then yeah, the stakes, the Green Goblin coming back. I'm pretty sure what's her name died too. Aunt May died in this one too. So yeah, this is overall one of the top tier Spider-Man movies. Just let me know in the comments. Do y'all guys prefer watching it like a standalone, or is this more a better movie y'all like to watch like all the way through? You watch all the Spider-Man movies. Look, man, at number two spot, I got Spider-Man: Brand New Day. I think when it just comes to CGI, technology, acting, suits, all of that was top tier. All of that was top tier. No expense spared when it comes to this. I think it's a great Spider-Man movie to watch as a standalone. I think it's a great Spider-Man movie to watch in the series. I do have a lot of complaints when it comes, especially as I rewatched it more and more. It does seem that it's more like 70% Spider-Man and 30% setup. So I don't really like that. I'm sure it's going to be great when it comes to when Spider-Man gets done and we watched the whole Spider-Man series as a collective. I'm sure it's going to be great for that. But it was a little bit too much of like introducing the X-Men, Jean Grey, the inhibitors for the future. It was a lot of setup, which I wish was a little bit more Spider-Man going through his worst. I wish that was a little bit more fleshed out versus all of that extra setup. I think they could have done and managed that better if it was more like 90% Spider-Man at his worst and 10% setup. I also do believe that they failed when it comes to making it as dark as it could have been because they wanted to keep it still PG. And so instead of making it darker and fleshing out Spider-Man at his worst, we could have had Spider-Man become the Man Spider and this, that, and the third. Um, Instead of them taking that route, they went with the setup with the X Men and the inhibitors and Jean Grey and the Professor X at the end with her going to the Rochester, blah blah blah. Like, but overall, still a good movie. The Punisher was hilarious. The emotional scenes were there. Tom Holland's best acting that I've probably ever seen personally. Um, Great fight scenes. One last con, there's no real villain. I hate movies without a real villain. I need a real villain. I need a real big bad. The guy that ran the TBA or whatever defense, he's not a real villain. The Hulk wasn't a real villain. And Jean Grey was just a misunderstood child. So overall, good movie. A lot of cons though. A lot of cons. Still probably the second best when you just factor in everything. And a number one, I mean, we all kind of knew this was going to be there. Spider-Man number two, Spider-Man 2. I think it just had the best combination of everything, right? We had a street level Spider-Man movie, which is what we prefer, what we love. Street level villain. Doc Ock was a great villain. The way he was misunderstood, ironically, the way he his tentacles was created, the flaming ball that almost blew up the city. Um, the stakes were high, extremely high. MJ wasn't the worst pain in the ass though. She wasn't great. She wasn't great. Always a failure when it comes to that redheaded MJ in the original Spider-Man trilogy. Um, Overall great villain. No weird best friend drama either. Um, Spider-Man was fantastic in his all of his fight scenes. I think this was Toby's best acting too, and I think this was his most convincing um, run at Spider-Man, especially dual Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I think this was his absolute pinnacle, where it fell off a cliff in the next movie, due to script mainly. I think it was overall probably just significantly the best movie. There's no real flaws compared to like the other movies. Um, Rewatch value is extremely high, extremely high. I can go rewatch this movie at any time. The um, movie, as far as it goes in the series, with it being the second movie in the amazing trilogy, the fantastic original trilogy, makes it fantastic to watch when you just watch all of them in a row. You can really even stop there if you want. Great movie, best Spider-Man movie of all time. I do think it had competition with Brand New Day, but Brand New Day just missed the mark on a lot of big things that would have put it above it. I don't know how long it will be the number one movie. There seems to be a lot of movies that Tom Holland is in knocking on the door, and I know that you guys are gonna ask me where are the cartoon ones, the cartoon Kim movies. I'm not putting the cartoon Kim movies into the Spider Verse, across the Spider Verse, in consideration with real life movies. There's so much more you can do with animation. There's so much more you can do with just vocal uh fluctuations versus having faces and expressions on screens. Um, it's just not even comparable. Like I don't even want to put those on the same type of tier. Those go with animes, you know what I mean? Those don't go with actors and craftsmanship and theater and arts. Though they're great movies, they're cool. I like them. Some people put them one, some people don't. I don't know. I don't care. Um, I can rank them amongst each other, but I won't rank them amongst the group. And if I was to rank them, intro is better than across. Simple as that. I can't wait to get a real live action Miles Morales though. That'd be great. Um, but until then, this is the ranking. Y'all let me know y'all rankings in the comments. What I might have missed. If y'all did include the cartoon movies, where y'all would put them. Yeah, let me know everything in the comments.